is Amy P. Kennedy. I'm a big fan of Next Door, and I live in the neighborhood outside of Pittsburgh known as Swissvale North. Just as we're concerned right now about the community spread of the coronavirus, Next Door provides a great way to have a community spread of information and ideas that maybe we could help curb that community spread of the virus. Today, I'd like to show you the research I've been doing in the hopes of, helping to make masks for healthcare personnel and realizing that that's time consuming enough that maybe we could get more bang for our buck by increasing the wearing of masks in the community. This is the typical N95 type of mask that's worn by healthcare personnel. Sorry, mine's a little grungy. It's been in my basement for a few years. They may have a better quality of mask than this, but it's the same principle. I'm not exactly sure what this is made out of. One of the things for Next Door, for a Facebook sewing group for healthcare personnel, was because there's a shortage of these masks, they were making cotton covers to go over the mask to help keep these cleaner as the healthcare people went from patient to patient. Unfortunately, because there is a shortage of elastic in the United States right now, it was a little bit cumbersome to make those cotton covers. So I kind of ruled out helping to sew in that regard. Second, they came up with a design to make the mask in entirety. Again, it would be ideal if there could be elastic here, but there isn't. So there are ties, which makes it a little bit fussier to wear and harder to fit. But the key thing they came up with to make this a more protective mask was to put a double layer of polypropylene in the middle of the mask. Polypropylene, because of its non-woven character, and I believe because it's negatively charged and the virus is negatively charged, those negative charges repel and it helps protect the virus going in and coming out. Again, these require some sewing skill, and it probably takes about half an hour to make one of these masks. The real difficult part, the thing that helps make any mask effective, is having a metal nose piece to help form a better seal around your nose. Now, surgical masks, this is polypropylene. If you could see this up close, this is a very lightweight layer of polypropylene. So since what's commonly used in surgical masks, I tend to believe what I've read, that the polypropylene does have good effectiveness. In this mask, which also has the metal nose piece, I just cut it open and pulled it out to see what's in there, and it's basically just a twist tie. So I wanted to show you, putting all that together, what I think could be more effective as a mask for us to wear to the grocery store, or if you have to take public transportation, or anytime you have to be near people. Obviously, you always want to social distance, keep your hands clean, but if you can add a mask as a third layer, I think they're finally coming out and saying that indeed this does slow the transmission of the virus. So we're going to do what I sort of think of as the MacGyver mask, and that's to use what you have to make the best mask that you can. Now, the thing with making the cotton cover over the polypropylene, that was to help protect and keep the N95 mask clean. Now, most of us already have the cotton covers. That's not what we need. We need the polypropylene in the middle. So you might say, well, I don't have a cotton cover, but you probably do, because so many of these things are made from 100% cotton, which is what's recommended, and all you need is a 10-inch square. Now, you could get that out of a hanky. That's a men's hanky. You could actually get 4 10-inch squares out of one bandana, a dish towel, a pillowcase, or an old shirt. Again, 100% cotton is ideally what we're going for here, and you want it to be something with a tight weave. Now you may say, well, I don't have any polypropylene, but you probably do. Reusable grocery bags, which many grocery stores are requesting that we do not use during this time because they don't want germs brought into the store to be handled by their cashiers. These are made of 100% polypropylene. Now you do want to be sure your bag is in fairly decent shape, that it's not all worn out, because the tightness of the weave does matter. But I would imagine that many grocery stores may have removed these from their checkout lines, but if you asked, they could probably sell you a brand new reusable bag, or many friends, I'm sure, have an excess of these. If you wanted to do this, and I would encourage to think of everything as a community project, because a lot of this stuff, you might just need one or two things and they come in bulk. But you can actually buy right now 10 yards of what is called Polyfun. I ordered online from Walmart. I think it was $17 for 10 yards. 10 yards will make an awful lot of 10-inch squares. And that came, I think, really in about 2 days. So here's a 10-inch square of Polyfun. And if you had a decent bag, if you have a bag like this that's all plastic coated, that's really not going to do you much good because you're not going to be able to breathe through that. So you want either a plain bag, plain square of Polyfun, and if you live near me in Swissvale North, I'll be happy to get you a 10-inch square. So what we're going for here is something that's going to wind up, this is not a gorgeous mask, no doubt about that, but it does have this molded shape given to it by 2 layers of polypropylene. It has a cotton exterior and interior, and it has a method for securing it to your ear, around your ears to your head, that results in a fairly close fit. Now you're, jerry-rigging that with bulldog clips, staples, duct tape, whatever it takes. But again, the process is to slow this virus, not to look gorgeous at the grocery store. So I'm going to give you the how-to steps of how to, make a mask based on what you have, just using still photos. But the thing I really just want to, tell you while the video is running is the basic process is going to be to take your square, take a piece of metal. It is ideal if you have a needle and thread and any sewing ability to put this piece of metal in the fold, stitch along here, and that will stitch it in. But if you don't have a needle and thread and you just can't sew, use duct tape, use masking tape, use what you have. Make a nice triangle with that piece of metal centered in the middle. Take your handkerchief, or whatever you're using as your 10-inch square, put that polypropylene layer, double layer, in the middle. You're going to get this fastened around your ears. We're going to snug this up, and you're going to wind up with kind of a form-fitting mask like this. I hope this will help you stay healthy, although in truth, this is better at preventing the transmission of disease from someone than preventing the transmission to someone. So really, wearing a mask is an act of love for your community. And I hope when you see people in masks, you won't think they're paranoid or they're nuts. They're really wearing masks to help protect you. So if you can share this with your friends, I think it would be great if I can help you in any way with materials, questions, whatever. Please feel free to leave something in the comments below or get in touch with me through Nextdoor if you're in one of my neighborhoods. If you're on Nextdoor, please share this with your communities so that we can all get back to life as normal as soon as we can. Thanks for watching. Stay healthy, stay at home, social distance, wash your hands, wear a mask, and enjoy, if that's possible.